Welcome everyone and welcome to another blog video. In this one I talk about how you can take some of your failures and turn them into eventual success. In life we go through tons of failure, and failure can cause us heartbreak, sense of worth, loss of motivation, loss of self-confidence, embarrassment, heartbreak. The list goes on. There's so many feelings that you can experience from failure. But I'm not here to talk about those feelings, at least not in this video. I'm here to talk about how we can take some of those failures and label them as success. That obviously includes reflection. You need to reflect. So I will give two examples, my personal examples of how I took some of my failure and made it into success. So the first one was how when I moved from Vancouver Island when I was 10 to Vancouver. When I was a kid, I didn't want to move because I'd only lived in one place, and that was Vancouver Island. And then when I ended up moving, I went about my life, started working, and then, around 2021, I realized, hey, it was good that I moved because I was able to find a job, go to school, which I probably wouldn't have if I had stayed on Vancouver Island. So even though it was so many years later, I was able to look back and say, you know what, that was really good. That failure turned into a success. And the second one is one of my first HR jobs. So I was, had a couple interviews with this company, and things looked good to the point where that for that semester I was gonna work. So it was a job that I was taking, that the job I was gonna do while I was in school. It looked really promising that I ended up dropping all my courses so I could accommodate and work the full-time schedule. But what ended up happening is they said, it's not going to work out, we can't hire you, things like that. And in the moment, I was very heartbroken. I didn't, know what to do because, they had told me to let me know in a few days, but then, it went like a week and a half, and I kind of knew, but still it kind of hurt me, and I was really upset. Fast forward 4 or 5 months, I got a way better job, and I was like, you know what? It's good I didn't get the other job because this one's 10 times better. And if you had asked me when I initially went interview for that job, and then the job ended up getting the two jobs, I would have took the one that I ended up getting. It was better. Yes, in the moment it was heartbreaking, and I felt like, what the hell, I'm not good enough. I can't even land this job after 3 interviews. But it was really good. I was glad I failed at that because then I succeeded by getting a better job. So think of in your own life, think of jobs that you've had, or jobs that you got maybe fired, you quit for whatever reason that you didn't get, and you ended up being something better. Think of that and label it as a success, And now I'm going to talk about relationships. So let's say, a relationship ends in heartbreak. Either the person breaks up with you, or you break up with them, or for whatever reason you can't be together. Again, you're going to experience all those feelings, the failure of, okay, I'm heartbroken, I don't know if I ever find anyone. But then eventually you will find someone, and that person will be better. So that will be your success. You will look back. I mean, you might not look back. That might already happen in your life, that you break up with someone and eventually you find someone else, but you don't ever look back and say, hey. And that's not to take away from the person that you broke up with and now you're with someone else. I'm just saying they just weren't a fit for you. Doesn't mean they're not a good person or anything like that, and that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is failure can become success. So that's what I'm saying. You go from one relationship and you go to the next one. So be patient, because your failure will turn to eventual success, and you will know that pain, that suffering of losing that person was worth it, because now you're with a better person. So I hope you see with this video that reflecting on some of your failures as success is really good, because obviously it's positive energy. It boosts your confidence, it boosts your motivation, and it boosts your self-worth and your self-improvement. That, hey, I've succeeded before, I can succeed again. So always be willing to reflect. Okay, I've said before, you should never look at the past, but if you're gonna look at the past, look at things that you can benefit from. Look at things like, okay, I'm going to look in the past, but I'm only looking at this as a learning experience so I do better in the future. And that's what I'm saying here. Look at some of your failures. Not all of them can be success, but there are ones that can. It's worth it to look back on them because it can help you gain your confidence. You'll be happier, you'll be motivated. And, failure is great. Take the benefit and create into eventual success. Thank you. Have a great day.